RusAme reader, Crow Song! And today I will be reading to you from One Way Out by Alien Limeade. Now, on to Chapter 15, Finding and Fixing. America's point of view. Walking alongside Russia was nice. He makes me feel safe. I feel as if I attached to him throughout all of this. At first, I wasn't sure he was even going to like me. All I hoped for was maybe a small and decent friendship, thinking maybe it would be nice because of the situation we're in. But now, I think I got more than that, and honestly, I love it. Russia means a lot to me. I'm not sure where I'd be without him. Although I'm not sure what's going to happen when we get out of here. Will he leave me? No, I don't think he would. Actually, I don't know. I let the thoughts of Russia stumble in my mind. Being with him makes me happy. I think he's happy being with me too. There's no need to worry. I'm fine. We're fine. I look up at him and see him turn his head slowly. I smile at him as he does the same. He stops walking and I watch as his eyes soften. He leans his head down and rubs it against mine, causing me to let out a giggle. I turn my body towards him and put my head up against his chest, closing my eyes to enjoy the moment. I start to purr. This was nice. No, this is wonderful. Never thought I'd end up in a situation like this, but I don't think I could have asked for a better one. As long as I'm here with him, I know I'm going to be okay. I slightly open my eyes and look up to see him looking back at me, still lovesick. I open my mouth to say something, but just then, I see Russia look away from me and feel his body jolt. Does he see something? I look in the same direction he is and start to feel confused. What's going on? I asked. Russia's point of view. In the corner of my eye, I see America still looking at me while we walk, causing me to look at him. He gives me a small smile, causing me to feel nothing but joy. I can't resist it anymore. He's adorable. There's nothing to hold back. I rub my head against his and hear a light laugh. He leans on my chest and starts to purr. I just stare at him, feeling deep in love. He looks back at me and I watch as he opens his mouth to say something. Before I hear a noise, I perk up and quickly look to my left. What the hell was that? It sounded like paw steps. I'm not sure if another cat is here, but I don't want trouble. Heck, I've already had my fair share of that. What's going on? I hear America say to me. I don't take my eyes off the spot I heard something from. I think someone else is here. I reply calmly to him. He steps back from me slowly. I don't need to look at him to know he's already looking where I am too. The sounds become louder. Oh, yeah, it's another cat for sure. I don't doubt it. Slowly, I start to see two bright eyes staring at me. Who are you? I say quietly under my breath. My claws come out and I clench my teeth. Not even a few seconds later, I watch as the figure leaps out from the trees and jumps at me head on. I feel my body move from where I originally stood. It feels as though I was flung miles away. Russ, I knew I'd find you. I refrained from using my claws after hearing those words. Their voice sounded so familiar. I look up at the cat before being pushed to the ground by them. No way. Holy shit. Belarus? I yelled back at her. I only saw her for a few seconds before another figure jumped and pushed her out of the way. Quickly, I got up on my paws and looked to my right. It was America. America, don't! I yelled and ran over to him. I saw him look back at me and his claws in the air, not sure what to do. She's my sister, I said calmly, and stopped in my tracks, just staring at him. America's point of view. I watched the cat pounce on my boyfriend with terror. I don't know who the fuck this cat is, but I'm not letting anything happen to him on my watch. While running over to Russia, I heard the other cat say something, but I'm not sure what. I pushed them off of him from the side and pinned them to the ground, hissing at them. I unsheathed my claws. Right before taking a swing, I heard Russia's voice, calling at me. After hearing him tell me not to hurt them, I was confused for a second. I'm not sure what to do. She's my sister, the one I told you about. I heard him yell. His sister? Why would she be here? They all live on the other side of the river, or at least that's what I was told by Russia. Wait, what? Wow, that's really all I knew to say? Yes, don't hurt her, please, he told me with a calm tone. I watched as he stopped in his track and put his ears back. I turned my head back and looked at his sister. She had terror in her eyes, I could tell. I retracted my claws and got off of her. I'm sorry, I didn't know you were... She cut me off. No, it's okay. I shouldn't have come off to Russ like that. I knew I saw another cat with him. I'm glad you both stayed together, she said, and got up on all fours. Wait, stay together? What do you mean? You knew about us being down here? I heard Russia say as he walked to stand by my side. Of course I knew. Almost every cat did. I heard her reply, and watched as she turned to face me again. You must be America. Your father is UK, right? She asked. Yes. Is my family okay? I responded immediately. Yeah, they're all doing well. Your father was able to get cats help search for you. He sent troops in hopes they would. We heard about there being another cat who fell down the waterfall as well. After hearing a few descriptions, we knew it was you, Russ, she said, facing him. Cats were afraid you two would have been separated, and we would have less of a chance of finding you both. After hearing the news, me and Ukraine went out to find you on our own. And guess what? Here you are, she said, smiling at him. She walked towards him and rubbed her head against his. We missed you so much, Russia, she told him before looking up and continued to smile. I watched as he smiled back, but it quickly faded. Wait, you said Ukraine is here too. Where is he? Russia asked. Oh my god, we need to look for Ukraine. He needs to know you're alive. Come on, she yelled and started to run into a huge wave of trees. We both quickly followed behind. I don't think we've properly met. I'm Belarus, Russia's sister. I heard her yell at me while we ran. Yeah, he's told me about you. It's nice to finally meet you, I replied and smiled at her. Ukraine is our brother. I think you'll both get along. I couldn't help but notice your little flower you had. He's a flower guy too. I looked at Russia after hearing her say that, and smiled at him. He smiled back, and I let out a small laugh. After running for what felt like forever, I stared up to see a figure ahead. I watched as Belarus stopped, causing me and Russia to as well. The cat turned around, showing his face. He had a flower crown on, made out of pastel flowers. Wow, he really does like them. Ukraine, I found him, she said, nearly out of breath. I watched as his jaw began to drop. Russ, I'm so sorry our last conversation wasn't the best, I heard him say before Russia quickly ran over to him and pushed him into his chest. He gave him a big hug and put one paw on Ukraine's shoulder. I'm sorry too, I heard Russia say. He looks like he's gonna cry, honestly. Actually, they both do. I wonder what their last conversation was before the waterfall now. Maybe another fight? I don't know, but I'm glad they're making up. I love you both so much, I heard Russia say as he pulled his sister into their hug, fixing the bow that was in between her left and right ear. Oh, this is great. I'm happy for them. I couldn't help but smile after seeing this. After a bit, I watched as Russia opened his eyes and looked at me. This is America, the cat that had troops sent out for him, he said to Ukraine. I watched as Ukraine pulled away from the hug and walked over to me. It's nice to meet you. I'm Ukraine, but I guess you already knew that, he said and smiled. Thank you for staying with my brother. I can already tell you've helped him a lot throughout this whole situation by just being here. Yeah, well, he's definitely helped me a lot too. I don't know what would have happened to me without him. You have an amazing brother, you know? I said while looking over at Russia and noticed him still smiling at me. Ukraine chuckled in response. Yeah, he sure is something, he said before turning to face his siblings. Oh, by the way, I like the flower thing you've got going there, he said as he kept walking. Thanks, I replied and walked over as well. And that's the end of this chapter. I hope you enjoyed. Anyway, I'd like to invite you to join the Discord, which is linked down in the description below. That being said, I hope you have a nice rest of your day, night, or whatever it is for you. Just enjoy your time. And I will see you tomorrow.